सर स्क्रीन दिसत नाहीये.
वेट. आता दिसते स्क्रीन?
सर स्क्रीन दिसत नाहीये.
कोणालाच दिसत
हा
नाहीये?
आता
दिसते सर.
सर. Okay. Good morning all. So today we discussed the any quotient group of the solvable group is solvable. Oh, okay. In the previous lecture we discussed the subgroup of solvable group is solvable. The homomorphic image group is solvable. Okay. Sir, please. Definition of solvable group. Anyone knows? What is the definition of solvable group? The subnormal series with abelian factor. Okay. If there exists a sequence such that the subnormal series is there, okay, with abelian factor. Okay. So today we will discuss one corollary is there. Any quotient group of solvable group is solvable. Okay. Look at the proof. G be a group and n is normal in G. That is, n is normal in G. Then the mapping f from G to G by n. Okay, we considered one mapping from a function from G to G by n. Okay, what is the identity of G by n?
N.
Yeah.
Okay. All the elements in the G by n. Which form? Form मध्ये असतील G by n चे सगळे elements?
NX.
NX, where x belongs to
G.
Okay, so here the mapping f from G to G by n defined by f of G is equal to ng. Okay, where this for all G belongs to G. Okay, we proved in the previous. Okay, we proved this mapping ng is onto homomorphism. So there is no need to again prove this. The mapping is onto homomorphism. Okay, first isomorphic theorem मध्ये prove केले. Okay, so this is an onto homomorphism. एखादा फंक्शन दिला आणि हा मॅपिंग दिलेला असेल तर ह्याच्या पुढे काय करायचं? You can assume this mapping as an onto homomorphism. Okay, thus G by n is homomorphic image of G under the natural map. This mapping is called as natural map. Okay, thus the G by n is homomorphic image of G under natural map. Hence, if G is solvable, implies that G by n is solvable. Here we have the G is the solvable group and the quotient group G by n is always solvable. Why? Because this mapping is onto homomorphism. Onto homomorphism means nothing but onto homomorphism means nothing but isomorphism. Okay, if G here the solvable group, then G by n always solvable group. Any difficulties? Chota theorem hai. Okay, but the converse of the above statement need not be true. Okay, what is the converse?
Sir, not all.
Why?
Sir, आवाज ऐकू येत नाही.
Okay, wait a minute. The converse of the above statement need not be true. If G by n is the solvable, there is no need to be the G is solvable. Okay, if G by n is solvable, then we can't say that the G is solvable. Okay, if G is solvable, then it is necessary that G by n is solvable. Any quotient group, look at the statement, any quotient group of solvable group is solvable, but the converse of the above theorem is not true, need not be true. Not true पण म्हणू शकत नाही, कधी असू होऊ शकतं कधी नसू शकतं. ओके, मग हे कॉन्व्हर्स स्टेटमेंट ट्रू होण्यासाठी काय कंडिशन घालावी लागेल? लुक ॲट हियर. इफ G is a group and n is normal in G such that both n and G by n are solvable, then prove that G is solvable. ओके, त्यासाठी काय हवंय आपल्याला? हे G पण सॉल्वेबल हवंय आणि n पण सॉल्वेबल असायला हवं. तर हे दोन्ही जर सॉल्वेबल असेल, then the factor group G by n if solvable then that G must be solvable. Okay. Look at the statement. Here's a converse kind of, if any quotient group of solvable group is solvable. Hence, if G is solvable, it implies that G by N is solvable. Okay, but we can't say that if G by N is solvable, it implies that G is solvable. Okay. For that one, we have restrict the condition. What is the condition? If G is the group and N is normal in G, such that both N and G by N are solvable. Okay, G by N ha factor group पण solvable हवा आणि N is also solvable, then we say that the G is solvable group. Okay, understood the theorem statement? समजते?
Yes, sir.
हो सर.
That N is the normal series N factor means normal series G raised to M is equal to singleton E. Definition क्या है? If G raised to M, the N G raised to N derived a subgroup is पैकी एक जरी condition satisfied. Look at here. G is solvable. The identity of group that G by N is solvable. Raised to M upon N. काय यायला पाहिजे? Identity यायला पाहिजे, हो की नाही? Of that factor group,
N.
which is contained in to M minus 1 upon N, which is the upon in G naught upon G raised to N हा सगळ्यात छोटा छोटा होणार जाणार, तो होत जाणार. G raised to M upon N list G by N. हे केलं by N is a solvable. And it's well, this solvable series for proof of mean M upon N. N हा नॉर्मल असेल कशात असेल? Abelian group म्हणजे हा फॅक्टर ग्रुप आहे. Is that normal in 2 is normal in G raised to M minus is normal in for each J meaning you know.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
to I upon G I upon I plus 1 upon n is a series that is normal in one. N is a solvable series. Solvable series. Isomorphic I upon Gi. Doubt आहे का?
No, sir.
And
Sir.
further, Gm upon n is equal to n. It means that Gm is equal to n. Oh, समजते कसा आहे? कसा आला? G raised to m upon n is equal to n. It implies that Gm must be equal to n. कळते का कसा आलाय? H upon singleton E is equal to singleton E आहे समजा. फॅक्टर ग्रुप हा H G आहे. ओके, G हा any group. G be any
Sir,
group.
your
And the
voice is
singleton
too
E is the
low.
identity of G. Okay. So, okay, wait a minute. If G raised to m upon n is equal to n, now आता ऐकू येते?
हो सर, ऐकू येते ना.
Okay. So G raised to m upon n is equal to n. It implies that G raised to m is equal to n. Can we write like this? Suppose G is the any group. So G upon singleton E is equal to singleton E. कधी येईल? Must be is equal to singleton E. Okay. So हे solvable आहे. G raised to m upon n is equal to n. It implies that G raised to m must be n is equal to n. Can we write like this? G raised to m is equal to n.
Yes, sir.
Look at that. Imagine kara. Oh, okay. G is the any group. Okay. And singleton E is normal in G. And E upon singleton E is equal to singleton E. What is the possibility of G? G must be equal to singleton E. Okay. Hence, we can write G raised to m is equal to n, which is the identity of that factor group. And also given that n is solvable. Okay. Now, इथं काय घेतलं आता इथपर्यंत आपण by n is solvable करून हे सर्व प्रूव्ह केलंय आपण. I upon J plus 1 is abelian. Okay. Also, we have n is solvable. N is solvable means exists a solvable series for n with abelian factor. Okay. And T. So singleton E contained in T minus 1. आता okay. Yeah, वर लिहू नका आता. Nt is equal to singleton E, which is contained in nt minus 1, which is contained in up, n2 is contained in n1 is contained in n naught, which is equal to n. The solvable series for n, then we have singleton E is nothing but nt contained in nt minus 1, which is contained in up to on n1 contained in n naught equal to n, but n is equal to here n is equal to raised to m. G raised to m is contained in G raised to m minus 1. Okay. So on, G dash is contained in G naught is equal to G. This whole series is solvable series for G. Okay, this is the subnormal series with abelian factor. Okay, this series G is solvable. Okay, so the existence of the solvable series, there exists a solvable series for G. It implies that G is solvable group. Doubt? Up to here, any doubt?
No, sir.
समजतंय? म्हणजे कॉन्व्हर्स ट्रू होण्यासाठी काय हवंय? Look at here. Look at the statement. Here, any quotient group is solvable. Any quotient group of solvable group is solvable. Okay, if G is solvable, then G by N must be solvable. It implies G by N is solvable. But converse of this theorem is what? If G by N is solvable, it does not imply G is solvable. For that one, we have to this one. If G is the group and N is normal in G, such that both N and G by N are solvable, then G must be solvable. म्हणजे या कंडिशन मध्ये, या थेरम मध्ये आपण जर n ऍड केला, n इज सॉल्व्हेबल असेल तर G must be solvable. Okay, any doubt? राइट डाउन करते हैं ना?
हो सर.
जर लिहायला वेळ कमी पडत असेल तर सांगा. ओके, so this is the theorem. So we move towards next point. Okay, what is the next point? Center of a group. Okay, what is the center of a group? सांगा, आधी डेफिनेशन सांगा. थर्ड इयर झालेलं आहे. Anyone knows what is the center of group? Z of G. If G is the group, then what is the definition of Z of G? Ascending central series. जरा किचकट आहे पण सोपं आहे. Okay. What is the center of group? कोण आहे? आहेत का नाही? एकच मिनिट. Anyone knows what is the?
Sir, every element in G that commute with elements in G that commute with every element in G.
So tell me what is the definition सांगा मला. Z of G is equal to curly bracket.
A belongs to G such that AX is equal to XA for all X in G.
Very good. Z of G is nothing but X belongs to G. Take the elements from G such that X must be commute with all the elements of G. That is, Z of G is equal to X belongs to G such that XG is equal to GX, where G for all G belongs to capital G. Correct? Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Aishwarya,
Sir.
हो आहे सर.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Definition: center of group Z of G. We can write center of G is Z of G. Okay, look at the definition. The center of group G is defined by and denoted by Z of G, which is equal to X belongs to G such that X element, okay, commute with all the other elements of G, such that Xg is equal to Gx for all G belongs to X. This is the definition of center of group. Is it correct? Center of a group is always normal subgroup of G.
Yes, sir.
Nakki. Is it correct? Center of G is always normal in G. पटपट उत्तर सांगायला पाहिजे तुम्हाला, कॉन्फिडेंट असायला पाहिजे. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If suppose G is abelian group, so what is the center of G? G is abelian group. Then what is Z of G? G म्हणजे काय abelian असतो ना ग्रुप. abelian ग्रुप म्हणजे काय असतो? प्रत्येक एलिमेंट प्रत्येकाशी कॉम्प्युट करतो. हो की नाही? Is it correct? If Z of G is equal to whole group G, if G is abelian. Okay. Z of G म्हणजे काय असतो? टोटल तो ग्रुप. Why? Because G is abelian. म्हणजे प्रत्येक G मधला प्रत्येक एलिमेंट प्रत्येकाशी कॉम्प्युट करतोय. Okay. Now look at here. We know that if E belongs to G such that EG is equal to GE for all G belongs to capital G. Okay. म्हणजे E हा always commute करतो प्रत्येक एलिमेंटशी. Hence, by the definition of Z of G, E is the element from Z of G. Hence, Z of G always not equal to 5. Always non-empty असतो. Okay. Z of G always non-empty. Okay. Understood? At least एक तरी एलिमेंट त्या Z of G मध्ये असायलाच पाहिजे. कोणता? आयडेंटिटी. Okay, that is the order of Z of G must be greater than or equal to 1. Okay, order of G is never be 0. Look at here. Z of G also denoted by Z. Okay, only Z. And always it is normal subgroup of G. If G is abelian, then Z of G is equal to G. सेट ला नेटला असे क्वेश्चन येतात. मोस्टली सेटला असे क्वेश्चन येतात. डायरेक्ट स्टेटमेंट देऊन आन्सर विचार. Z of G is always normal in G. Okay. So Z of G is always normal subgroup of G. Okay. Suppose quaternion group. Okay. G is equal to quaternion group Q8. So what is the Z of G? Central group मध्ये कोणते एलिमेंट असणार? एक्झाम्पल बघूया. डेफिनेशन सगळ्यांनाच माहित असतं पण एक्झाम्पल कोणाला माहित नसतं. इफ G is equal to quaternion group, so what are the elements in Q8? The center of Q8. Anyone? Okay, anyone knows? अश्विनी लांडगे आहेत का? If G is equal to Q8 quaternion group, then what is the center of Q8?
1i
Plus minus 1i, sir.
Plus minus 1i.
1i.
Always बघा. चेक करा. प्लस मायनस 1i येईल का नक्की? S2 माहिती आहे S2? What is the center of S2? Z of S2. याल्याशिवाय पुढचं येत नाही, लक्षात ठेवा. हे छोटे छोटे कॉन्सेप्ट आहेत. व्हॉट आर द एलिमेंट्स ऑफ सेंटर ऑफ S2? S2 कसा आहे? अबेलियन आहे ना?
Yes, sir.
ऑर्डर किती आहे S2 ची?
2.
Any group with order less than 6 is abelian. Hence, the center of S2 is nothing but whole group S2.
S2.
Okay. D2 माहिती आहे dihedral group. Klein 4 group E, A, B, AB.
Yes, sir.
So what is
Huh.
what are the elements in Klein 4 group? Center of Klein 4 group. आता सांगितलं की if order
E,
of
A, B, A, B.
all the whole G. Okay. Okay. If Z plus is the group. Okay. So what are the elements in Z of Z? If Z is equal to G, then what are the elements in the center of Z? काजल गवळी, गिरिजा जामखंडी हे कोण आहेत सगळे? कोणी रिप्लाय देतच नाही ते. चेतना कुलकर्णी कोण आहे अजून? मुलं कोण आहेत का नाही? Okay, what are the center of Z plus? Is it abelian or not? Is it abelian?
Yes, sir.
or not? So center of Z is all Z. Okay, अभ्यास करा, अवघड आहे खूप. So the next point is ascending central series. Okay, let us see what is the ascending central series. Let G be a group. Okay, let G be a group and Z of G is the center of group G. Then we know that the center of group Z of G always subgroup of G, and G by Z of G is quotient group. Hence, if Z of G is normal in G, then we can find the quotient group, factor group. Okay, we can define that one. Okay, now consider a natural map F from G to G by N, where N is equal to Z of G. हा N म्हणजे काय तुमचा सेंटर आहे ग्रुपचा. ओके, आता इथून सगळे मॅपिंगच तुम्हाला डिफाइन करायचे आहेत बरं का, नीट लक्ष द्या. दॅट इज F is the mapping from G to G by G to G upon Z of G. Okay, by F of G is equal to Z of G into G for all G belongs to capital G. Then we know that the fundamental theorem, this is the natural mapping, so there is no need to prove again this is the onto homomorphism. Then we can write directly as a F is onto homomorphism. Okay, now here look at here, if F is the mapping from G to G upon Z of G, then what is the mapping F inverse? F inverse हा मॅप कुठून कुठे असेल ते तरी सांगता यायला पाहिजे.
G upon Z of G to G.
Okay, very good. F inverse is the mapping from G upon Z of G to G. Domainचा codomain होईल आणि codomainचा domain. Okay. Hence, F inverse is the mapping from G upon Z of G to G. Now look at here. If F inverse is the mapping from G to Z of G upon G, but we know that what we know, if phi is the function from G to G dash, it's onto homomorphism. If taking any subgroup of G, then the phi of K is subgroup of G dash. Taking any normal subgroup of G, K, then the phi of K is normal in G dash. म्हणजे इकडचा subgroup इकडे normal असतो. Okay, त्याची mapping, whole mapping is normal in G dash. इकडे जर तो सब normal असेल तर तिकडे काय असणार त्याचं mapping, phi image काय असणार, normal in G dash. Okay, in other words, if K dash is normal in G dash, then phi inverse is a mapping the pre-image of, okay, that is phi inverse of K dash is a subgroup of G. Okay, similarly if इथे काय येणार, phi inverse कुठे येणार mapping G dash पासून G पर्यंत. Okay, so any subgroup of G dash, the phi inverse image of that G dash, K dash must be subgroup of G. Okay, similarly if phi K dash is normal in G dash, then phi inverse of K dash is normal in G. Okay, समजते हे कसं आलं? Any doubt? Give it as equation number 1. समजते का?
हो सर.
काही डाऊट आहे इथपर्यंत? राईट डाऊन करत चला. एकदा खाली गेल्यानंतर पुन्हा तुम्हाला वरचं दाखवणं अवघड होईल पुन्हा. So we know that Z of G is subgroup of G always. Okay, in this statement put G is equal to G upon Z by G. Okay, always this statement आहे की नाही, Z of G is normal in G, put here in place of G, G upon Z by G. So center of G upon Z of G is normal in G upon Z of G. Okay, any doubt? इथपर्यंत काय डाऊट आहे?
No, sir.
वरच्या फक्त G मध्ये ऑलवेज हे ऑलवेज चालू तिथे G मध्ये G replace G by G upon Z by G. Okay, so using 1 we have एफ इनवर्स हा कुठला सबग्रुप येणार तुमचा, झेड ऑफ जी बाय झेड बाय जी हा तुमचा एफ इनवर्स. इथे एफ इनवर्सचा हा काय येणार, सबग्रुप येणार. सो एफ इनवर्स इमेज कुठे जाणार, ह्याची जी मध्ये जाणार. ओके, लुक ॲट हियर. देन एफ इनवर्स इमेज ऑफ झेड ऑफ जी बाय झेड जी is normal in F inverse image of G upon Z of G. Okay, but F inverse image of Z of G upon ZG is equal to G. How? Look at here. F is onto homomorphism असेल तर F पण काय असणार, F inverse काय असणार, onto homomorphism. Okay, the whole range set of F inverse is nothing but G. Hence, F inverse of G upon ZG is nothing but G. Okay, so putting in the equation 2. So F inverse, दोघांचे F inverse image घेतला मी. Okay, so F inverse of Z of G upon ZG is normal in F inverse of G by ZG, which is equal to G. Okay, give it as equation number 2. Now let we are assuming this F inverse image of Z of G by ZG is equal to Z1G. Okay, for this one we are assuming Z1 of G. Then from equation 2 we can write Z1 of G is normal in G. Okay, here whole left hand side of equation 2 we are assuming as a Z1 of G. Okay, what is Z1? First center of G is normal in G. Okay, now we claim that Z of G is contained in a subgroup of Z1 of G. We have to prove that this one, Z of G, the center of group, is a subgroup of Z1 of G. Well, we have to prove this one. So taking the element X from Z of G, if that X going in the Z1 of G, then Z of G is the subgroup of Z1 of G. Look at here. If we take an X belongs to ZG, then the F image of X, what is the Fx? ZG upon X by the definition of F. So हा element कुठे जाणार, which is belongs to Z upon G upon ZG. Okay. So and consider ZG into G belongs to G upon ZG with the other element. Why we are assuming this one? Because हा एक element आहे ZG into X and ZG into G. हे दोन element जर एकमेकांना commute झाले, okay, if suppose these two elements are commute to each other, then that ZG into X must be belongs to center of G upon ZG. Okay. हा element X belongs to Z of G इथून घेतलेला आहे आपण. We have to prove that Z of G is a subset which is subgroup of Z1 of G. Okay, Z of G मधला एक element घेतला तो आपल्याला Z1 मध्ये जातो हा दाखवायचा आहे. For this one taking Fx is equal to Z of G into X, पण हा element कुठे असणार, Fx belongs to G upon ZG. Okay, now consider the another element from G upon ZG, which is ZG into G, small g, with the other element. Okay, now taking the product of these two, ZG into X and ZG into G, which is equal to ZG into XG. Okay, but X and G are belongs to X belongs to ZG. So X belongs to ZG, it means that it commute with all other elements of G, hence which is equal to ZG is equal to GX. Okay, hence we can write like this, ZG into G into ZG into X, which means that this ZG into X is commute with any element ZG into G, hence which implies that ZG into X must be belongs to center of that group G upon ZG. कळतंय इथपर्यंत काय अडचण, बघा नीट लक्ष द्या, कोणती स्टेटमेंट कोणतं स्टेप कळालं नसेल तर विचारा. एनी डाऊट चेक करा पुन्हा. हे का घेतलं आपण, because Z of G is the subgroup of Z1 of G. हे दाखवायचं आपल्याला का, कारण की असेंडिंग सेंट्रल सिरीज, असेंडिंग म्हणजे चढता क्रम यायला पाहिजे, याच्या पुढे पुन्हा Z2 Z3 Z4 अप टू G पर्यंत जायला यायला पाहिजे. ओके, X belongs to ZG घेतला, but the F mapping काय येणार, ZG into X, which belongs to G upon ZG, and taking another element from this group ZG into G, if they both are commute to each other, then that ZG into X must belongs to center of G upon Z of G. Okay, काय अडचण आहे का बघा, चेक करा कोणती स्टेप समजली नाही आहे यातली. Okay, any doubt? Any doubt?
No, sir.
हो सर.
Now take ZG into X belongs to center of, that is Z of G upon ZG. Okay, hence which implies that taking F inverse mapping of this one, F inverse into ZG into X must be belongs to F inverse of Z of G by ZG. Okay, but the F inverse mapping of ZG into X, here look at here, the F of X is equal to ZG into X ना, F inverse mapping काय येईल, F inverse of ZG into X is what, इकडे Fx है ना, Fx is equal to ZG into X, F inverse of ZG into X काय येईल, X येईल ना, means that F inverse of ZG into X is nothing but X, which belongs to F inverse of Z of G upon ZG. But we assumed that this is nothing but Z1 of G. Look at here. We assumed that this is Z1 of G. Okay. Hence, we taken X belongs to Z of G. But here X is going to Z1 of G, which implies that Z of G is a subset or subgroup of Z1 of G. Okay, thus we get singleton E is the subgroup of Z of G, which is subgroup of Z1 of G, which is subgroup of G. Okay, any doubt up to here? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Now look, from 2 we have Z1 of G is the subgroup of normal subgroup of G. From 2, where is 2? Here. Okay. Z1 of G is subgroup of normal subgroup of G. Okay. Hence the quotient group G upon Z1 of G is defined. Okay, पुन्हा this process पुन्हा continue करत जायची पुढे. Okay, so we can define G upon Z1 of G. Why? Because Z1 of G is normal in G from equation 2. Now again consider a natural map. पुन्हा तीच procedure. इथे F define केला, इथे G define करायचं. G is the mapping from G to G upon Z1 of G. Okay, defined by Gx is equal to Z1 of G into X for all X belongs to G. Okay. Here, as G is onto homomorphism, we directly assume that G is onto homomorphism because this is a natural map. We proved in the previous theorems. Okay. Hence, center of G of Z1 of G is the subgroup of normal subgroup of G upon Z1 of G. Okay. Any doubt up to here? Any doubt up to here? Center of group is a subgroup of normal subgroup of group na. Using that definition, Z of G of Z1 of G is the normal subgroup of G upon Z1 of G. Now taking again the G inverse mapping from both sides. G inverse of Z of G upon Z1 of G is normal subgroup of G inverse of G upon Z1 of G. but the G inverse mapping of this factor group is equal to G. How? Look at here. If G is the mapping from G to G dash, then G is the mapping from G to G upon Z1 of G. Then G inverse is the mapping from G upon G Z1 of G to G. Okay. So G inverse of this one is nothing but G. Let now again G inverse of Z of G upon Z1 of G is equal to Z2 of G, which implies that Z2 of G, from here we assume that the left hand side is Z2, we get Z2 of G is normal subgroup of G containing Z1 of G. Okay. Thus, continuing in this process, we find or we construct a sequence of normal subgroup of G such that Z of G, Z1 of G, Z2 of G, and so on, such that the singleton E is the subgroup of Z of G, which is subgroup of Z1 of G, which is subgroup of Z2 of G, up to so on. Okay. Hence, this series is called the ascending central series. Okay. This series is called as ascending central series. Okay, Z1, Z हा छोटा असणार, त्याच्यापेक्षा मोठा Z1, त्याच्यापेक्षा मोठा Z2. Okay, any doubt up to here? Mapping कसं डिफाइन केलं एकदा पहा पुन्हा. चेक करा हे. Can we move? जायचं पुढे. बघा हे मॅपिंग लिहून घेते का?
हो.
ओके, कोणती स्टेप राहिले वगैरे लिहायची?
लास्ट स्टेप सर.
ओके, लुक एट इट. So Z of G, Z1 of G, Z2 of G up to so on. This series is called as ascending central series for a group. Okay. The next point is nilpotent group. Okay, if there exists a M such that Zm of G is equal to G, then that group G is called as nilpotent group. Okay. Look at the. जायचं पुढे?
हो सर.
Yes, sir.
The next point is nilpotent group. In the ascending central series, Zn is known as nth center of group. Okay, so the definition of Zn. So every element of Zn of G is of the form x belongs to G, taking the x belongs to G such that xg, x inverse, G inverse belongs to Zn minus 1 of G. Okay, and a group G is said to be nilpotent if Zm of G is equal to G for some M. Okay, this series कुठेतरी जाऊन पुढे स्टॉप व्हायला पाहिजे. If there exists M such that Zm of G is equal to G, whole group G, then the smallest M, the smallest such a M is known as class of nilpotency of group. Okay. He statement, he definition खूप महत्वाची आहे. Okay, Zn of G. Zn of G ची definition काय? Taking x belongs to G such that xg, x inverse, G inverse belongs to Zn minus 1 of G. But this G comes from group. Okay, group G. Okay, लिहून घेत आहे? Note down करा. Okay, any doubt? When we called the group G is nilpotent group, if there exists the smallest M such that Zm of G is equal to G, then that group is called as nilpotent group and the M is called as class of nilpotency of G. Okay. Now move towards next point. every abelian group is nilpotent group. Why? Look at here. Since G is abelian group, it implies that G is equal to Z of G. Let singleton E is equal to Z naught of G and G is equal to Z1 of G. So hence we get Z naught of G is equal to Z naught of G is normal in Z1 of G. Okay, so we get the ascending central series and the smallest m. For what value of m? Okay, इथे m ची value किती असणार?
1.
1. Hence the class of nilpotency group of any abelian group is
1.
1. Okay, हे पण सेटला क्वेश्चन येऊ शकतो. The class of nilpotency of any abelian group is 1, 2, 3, 4. काय ना answer? 1. Okay. So the class of any.
सर आवाज येत नाही आहे.
The class of nilpotency of any abelian group is 1. Okay. And this one more result is there. Zn of G upon Zn minus 1 of G is contained in Z of G upon Zn minus 1 of G. Okay. हे रिझल्ट डायरेक्ट घेतलेला आहे. हे कसं रिझल्ट आलेलं आहे अजून मला सुद्धा माहित नाही. ओके, लक्षातच ठेवावं लागेल. Zn of G upon Zn minus 1 of G is contained in Z of G upon Zn minus 1 of G. हे स्टेटमेंट आपण पुढे वापरणार आहे म्हणून हे घेतले. कुठल्या तरी एका थिअरम मध्ये आहे हे. ओके, यूज केलेलं. ओके, एनी डाउट अप टू हियर?
No, sir.
Okay, so in the next lecture we can see, बस झाला जेवढंच हे वाचा एकदा नीट बघा. The subgroup of nilpotency group is nilpotent group. Okay, we discussed in the next lecture at 2:30 p.m. The subgroup of nilpotent group is nilpotent. Okay, difficult आहे पण किचकट आहे पण सोपं आहे, इझी आहे. वाचलं की समजेल. Homeomorphic image of nilpotent group is nilpotent. In the previous lecture we seen the subgroup of solvable is solvable. Homomorphic image of solvable is solvable. Here the subgroup of nilpotent is nilpotent. Okay, here subgroup of nilpotent group is nilpotent group. But and one more theorem is there. Homomorphic image of nilpotent group is nilpotent. Okay, and one more theorem is there. Any group of order p raised to n is nilpotent group. These are the three theorems we have in the next lecture. Okay, any group of order p raised to n, जर p raised to n प्राइम च्या ऑर्डर मध्ये असेल, प्राइम च्या स्क्वेअर क्यूब मध्ये, ओके, प्राइम च्या पॉवर मध्ये असेल तर तो ग्रुप कसा असतो? nilpotent ग्रुप असतो. ओके, so for this lecture it is sufficient. Okay, in the next lecture we will see these three theorems. Okay, wait a minute. Wait for a minute. Okay, thank you for attending lecture. So you can leave now. Okay, thank you.